Okay, so starting out for your upper body, I would like you to find either a band or a resistance band and kind of stretch out your arms. Do some of the movements that you're going to do just so you give a little resistance. Open up your back, your arms, your chest. So I did each of them about 10 to 12 times. You can use your discretion, just seeing what's comfortable for you. If you feel a release, if you feel like your muscles are warmed up and ready to go, just use the band. If you're using the resistance band, you're going to hold them at each ends and kind of give a little resistance for the pull. Same thing if you're putting your feet on the resistance band. You'll put 1 foot in if you're taller, 2 feet in if you're shorter. And you'll do the same movements essentially. So you'll do front ways, like a isolated or single front lat raise with it, as well as to the side. And you're going to do those 12 times a piece for both left and right side. Once you're done with these stretches, just to get your body moving, you're going to actually go in with the weights. The weight's going to be 5 pounds, 8 pounds, or 10 pounds. You don't want to go too heavy. You're going to do front lat raises, and then you're going to do side lat raises, and you're going to go back to back. So it is going to burn. Make sure you're engaging your core. That's essential. Engage your core. Make sure that your shoulders are rolled back. Make sure that they're back, the chest is up, so that you prevent any injuries in your lat areas, which like your upper back, your shoulders. So you want to keep your shoulders back for the resistance band, as well as when you get into using the weights. And I'm just showing you a full-on stretch out. So you want to do these before you lift any weights for your upper body. It's the same thing with your warm-up. When you're warming up your lower body before you do any weights, you want to use either dynamic stretching or you want to use resistance bands on your legs. I also did some shoulder shrugs. So if you're suffering with any tightness in your neck and shoulders, these are good to do with weights because it's actually bringing down your neck, so it's not all up and tight. So I did that and then went into front lat raises. You're going to do 3 sets of 12 to the front and 3 sets of 12 to the side. I did front, then side, and took a break for about 15 seconds. And then I went back in and did the same thing and repeated it. So you'll do 3 sets, front and then side lat raises. After that, so in between each, I did 20 jumping jacks just to get my heart rate up, get some movement going. So on your watch, if you want to set, if you don't have a watch, it's fine. But if you have a watch, you can set your watch to HIIT training because you're doing movement as well as weights. And you're only giving yourself a 15 to 20 second break in between each workout. And these here, you're going to do your around the worlds once you're done with your front to side lat raises. 3 sets of 12 or 3 sets of 15. Make sure you're keeping your core nice and tight. Shoulders are back still. And making sure that you're breathing in, down, breathing out, up. And in between these sets, you're going to do 20 side standing crunches on each side. So 20 on the left, 20 on the right. And then you can take you a 15-second break, and then you'll get right back to doing your around the worlds. Around the worlds, I wouldn't go above 10 for that again. You can do 5 or 8 pounds. You're going to still feel it regardless. If you're struggling, make sure that you open up your foot stance so that you're having a wider base. Okay, so that's back to around the world. I don't know why. Let me edit that. Next, you're going to do your 3-step dumbbell. You're going to do 3 sets of 12 or 15. If you have a lower weight, like a 5 or an 8, push yourself to do 15 reps. If you have a 10 or a 12-pound weight, you're going to do 12 reps. Again, core is engaged, shoulders back. Don't let your chest fall. Make sure that it's up and you're not leaning in when the weights come down. You don't want the weights to throw you. That either means your core isn't tight and engaged and your shoulders aren't back, or the weight is too heavy for you. So in between these, you're going to do some, if you don't have the space to do the run backwards and run forward, I want you to do some jogging in place. Jogging in place, kickbacks, and you'll do that for about for a 20 count. So just jog in place and then a butt kick, which are 2 different things, but that's what you'll do instead of running back and forth if you don't have the space. Another alternate for running backwards and running forward would be to do a frog jump back, a frog jump forward, and you'll do that for a count of 20. Next, you'll do wide curl. This can be done with the 8 or the 10-pound dumbbell. You can go all the way down, or you can go midway down and pull up. It's still going to get your biceps. So it's fine if you do a full extension or if you do a mid extension. Then you're going to go into upright rows. For both of these, you're going to do 3 sets of 12 reps. Shoulders are back again. And then we're going to do these face curls. We're going to turn it in, turn it out. So you can see from the side, you're rolling it in, you're rolling it out. If you're feeling real spicy, you can do some jack presses, which are jumping jacks, but you're pressing the weights up for 20. And then we're going to go into the back some more with bent rows. You can do bent rows together or single, which is 1 leg forward, 1 leg back, like you're in a lunge. Lean over and pull 1 weight at a time. Then you're going to do some front rows. Make sure you're squeezing your core, you're leaning over. And then you're going to do your machines.